Yeah, good morning, all of you. So, my name is Jyoti. I'm an associate professor in BBC Siddhartha, Arts and Science College, Vijayawada. Today, we'd like to see the HRM concepts. HRM. So, in this video, we are going to see HR planning, objectives of HR planning, process of HR planning, and job analysis. We are going to see in this video. So, we were going to see the HRM, how it was turned into HRM. Earlier, how it was being called, and later, how it is being transformed. Right now, in the industries, we are calling it as the human capital management. So, earlier, it was the labor, later, it is turned into welfare officer, later, it is turned into labor manager, personnel manager, then human resource manager. Right now, it is in human capital manager. So, by seeing all this transformation, we can come to know that the importance of HRM. So, human resource turned into capital in the industry. We'll see the definition. So, HRM is planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance, and separation of human resources to the end that individual, organization, and the social objectives are accomplished. So, as a HR, we have to plan, organizing, directing, and controlling. That means management principles, all the we have to incorporate all the principles. HR is being inculcated in all management principles. So why? In order to achieve the organizational goal. So every organization have a set of goals are there. Some missions and objectives and mains are there. So, how to achieve all the organizational goals. As a HR, he has to plan for that. He has to organize the resources. He has to direct his team towards to reach the goal of the organization. And that goal should be not only for the organizational development, it should be helpful for the individual development of the persons. At the same time, it is the development for the society also. So, as a HR, there are so many responsibilities on their shoulder. So, first one, he has to look for the organizational development. He has to accomplish that one. And next one, the individual professionals, they have to develop themselves, so he has to provide such a scenario in the organization to develop individuals. And next one, altogether, societal development is also the main motto. So this is being all this into this picture. So the definition of HRM is being defined in such a way by Edwin Cluffer. So in this HR, HR means the productive. He has to, as a team. So recruitment he has to constrain it. Has to take the welfare of the managers and management team, and we look into the employee training. And he has to streamline onboarding processes, and he has to sure about the conflict resolving and not to for conflicts. So HR planning, HR organizing, directing, controlling, these are all the principles of management. So as a HR, he has to plan for the actions and has to organize all for the resources for the to achieve the organizational goal, and he has to control his team and not to deviate to the from the goal, and he has to make them to streamline their activities and impact the particular organization goal, and he has to direct the team. And see, totally the HR functions are going to be derived in two categories, the managerial functions and operative functions. So the managerial functions are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. At the same time, operative functions means procurement, development, compensation, maintenance, motivation, and integration. So as a HR, he has to look into the management, he has to take an active part in managerial functions, at the same time, he has to take the wider part in operative functions too. So HR planning. So HR planning means it is planning process is it's a continuous and systematic process, and because organizations most valuable asset is human resource. So human resource should be qualitative and they should be eminent and potentiality should be there. So as a HR, he has to plan in order to recruit the potential team or the potential candidates into the organization, or otherwise he has to make the available resources as the eminent source. So this is the process of HR planning. So from the objectives of HR planning to the employee motivation, employee satisfaction, till each and every phase, there is, eminent and there is important role is being played by the HR. So first of all, the main important task is how to analyze the manpower inventory in the organization, so that every HR is supposed to maintain human resource information system. So every department and all in the organization, all the departments. So as a HR, he has to maintain particular the centralized information. It is called human resource information system. So in this system, what kind of information he has to maintain? That means the details of every employee, it should be stored in the particular system. And what is the current role and the previous experiences, the current from the current what are the job duties has been given to him, and how effectively is being done, how much time he is spending in the particular work done. So, how about his employee engagement? So, regarding everything, he has to monitor and he has to place in the particular system. So, this is being helping to the HR in order to maintain the inventory of manpower in the organization. So, after by seeing this HRIS, he could understand the demand in the labor, or he could predict the labor demand, because how many people are going to be retired in the near future, and how many, and I mean current current technologies and updated technologies in the current contemporary industries are being following. So that based on all these things, he could understand, he could certainly find out the promotions, recruitments, layoffs, and transfers. Because from all these kinds of activities, he could understand the demand in the labor. So he has to predict the particular demand. So based on that, he can plan for the recruitment, so that he can map the particular demand with this demand of the labor with the supply. And so that and he has to implement such a plan in order to fill the particular gap which is raised in the labor demand. And so, as a HR, he has to have different kinds of objectives are also. So the basic thing is the organizational first and foremost important objective of HR is organizational objectives. So every HR has to have a smart objectives. So smart objectives means a specific objectives. That objectives should be measurable and it should be achievable and it should be realistic, and those should be as per the time bound. So as a HR, he has to fix the particular objectives in a smart way. Definitely everything can be achievable. And second objective is functional objectives. So in this functional objective, HR has to look into that the performance of every employee in the organization, and he has to look into that promotions and demotions based on the appraisals. And societal objective is the last objective, but very important objective. So it is nothing but so corporate social responsibility will be taking into place in this, because every organization is working for not only for profit, not only for maximization of profit and wealth. It has to work for the societal objectives are also the needs and wants, demands of the particular society. He has to meet them with their products and services. So, as a HR, he has to go far to achieve the societal objectives ethically and socially, so that he has to fix the responsible needs and challenges, so that society he can reach the particular objective by providing the suitable the goods and services. And the last one and foremost important, personal objective, because human resource management is turned into human capital management in this scenario, so that every organization has to understand that the importance of their employee, so that you have to understand the and you have to assist every employee in order to achieving their individual goals, Along with that, the workers should be maintained, it should be retained and get motivated. So that means employee retentions are also be very, very important for every HR, because once the employees, there is attrition rate is increased. If you understand that, how it impacts on the harmony of the organizations, how the particular attrition rate is impacts on the recruitment drives, how it impacts on the particular demand and supply in the particular market. So that the important motto of as a HR, the personal objectives, that means the employees' objectives meeting is also be considered. So that by understanding all these things, so HR role is very, very, very crucial. So in order to go for HRIS, so it is going to be connected with the job analysis. So now in this, what do you mean by job analysis? So it is nothing but a systematic exploration, a study and recording of jobs, responsibilities, duties, skills, and accountabilities, work environment, and abilities are required abilities. So the job analysis is going to be investigated in three kinds: that job tasks, job duties, and job responsibilities. So in this scenario, we are going to determine the job analysis process like resource of data and the methods of collecting of the data. And from these two, we are going to discriminating this job data. So that means from the sources of data means here employees and employers and job assistants. So how can we collect the data means from the reviews or from the interviews, from the questionnaires, from the observations, from the diaries, their logs. So you're going to finally you can get the collect the data. From the particular data, you're going to identify the tasks, the performance standards, responsibilities, the skills required, the experiences, the required experiences. So from that, you're going to determine job descriptions and job specifications. So what kind of jobs are going to be there? So what are their duties? In order to perform the particular duties and responsibilities, what kind of skills being is required? So what kind of physical demands can be and then same way, what kind of knowledge, what kind of abilities should be, incorporate with the particular employees. So these are all comes under job analysis process. So what are the main features of job analysis? The first of all, it has to identify the tasks and it has to define the role clearly. And we have to understand the conditions and human behaviors. And next one, you have to establish the job's worth in the particular organization. And it has to go for the establishment of job relatedness in the particular organization and identify the removing unnecessary skills and unnecessary requirements of the particular jobs. So these are all the things comes under job analysis. For example, I would like to say, for example, I would like to give a task that create the WhatsApp group. So majorly in order to create the WhatsApp group, I have given a data like serial number, name of the candidates, designations, and roll numbers, designations and employee roles and their contact numbers. So basically, you would like to create a WhatsApp group. You required only main thing is the contact numbers. That's all. It is the remaining field is not necessary. So likewise, you can remove the particular features. So in the same way, so job analysis also to set the particular task and you have to incorporate the related job requirements, related skills and related knowledge. That's all. So you can remove the remaining extra unwanted things. So that can be scrutinized with the particular job analysis. So basically, job analysis, there is a beautiful equation that is called job description plus job specifications. So you can clearly determine the under job description, you can perform clearly job title, job locations and job summary and to whom you have to report and what are your duties and what kind of machines you are going to use under that. And what is nothing but job specifications. That means what are the qualifications possessed by the particular employee and what kind of previous experience is required, any additional training skills are required, and what kind of responsibilities has to possess and how intelligently he has to manage the intelligent cohesions and intelligent emotional characteristics. And this all comes under on the job specifications. So job description is nothing but is a profile of the particular job. And see in this time, it is going to be, you can see clearly here. So job title, job locations, and the role, what is going to be performed, and the responsibilities under the particular job, and what are the drawings in the particular job, and incentive, how frequently the incentives can be offered to the particular job, and what kind of other elements are under the particular job clearly mentioned in the particular components of under job description. And job specifications means another notable objective of the job analysis, and it includes the information about the requirements and attributes like the skills, the main skills, and what kind of knowledge, what kind of previous experiences, and educational qualifications. So, I hope this video can understand clearly about what is HR planning and what is the important objectives of HR planning. Employee, as per in the point of view, the organizational point in the object, in the point of in the organizational point, in the employee point, in the same way, societal point. Along with that, how this job analysis can help the particular HR in order to predict the labor demand in the organization. Thank you. Thank you.